mother sucker. What's poppin', mother suckers? Woo! Welcome back to the Tony Bush Jr. Show, baby. And today, we're doing my rear end. Not pause, not that rear end, you dirty thinkers, okay? We're doing the rear end on Zen, AKA the 6.9 Camaro, baby. Yes, we're taking the 6-cylinder rear end out and we're replacing it with a quick performance rear end with 35 spline axles, 1350 yoke, capable of handling a whole lot of horsepower, okay? Also, today, we're gonna wrap those headers, not the ones that was around my head, but the actual headers. We're gonna wrap the headers. We're gonna cut a hole in the transmission tunnel so we can fit the shifter and a few other goodies for today's episode. So, you know what that means. Please hit them mother-sucking buttons, the like, the share, the comment, the subscribe. I gotta go get the headers in the rear end ready for the third member, and here we go. First thing I wanna do is take off these original hubcaps so we can take off the rim. But I wanna be careful because these is original. We don't wanna hurt them. We wanna preserve these bad boys because they's original, they's original. And I don't know why my foot keeps moving like that and my arm. I have no idea. So let's gently take off this hubcap. I promise this is gentle. I'm not damaging anything. Hey, how y'all doing? We getting real up and close and personal right now. So what I'm doing now is taking off this brake line and hopefully it will come off because it's been on 669 and who knows what this brake line has seen in its life. I don't want to know. All right, so let's try to take it off. Nice and slow. Woo! Eureka! Oh, I'm so juiced that came off easy. Woo! Ooh, I would kiss this brake line if I knew my lips wasn't gonna catch something. So I'm not. So after I remove this brake line, the next thing I have to do is there's these little clamps that hold the whole brake line in place on the rear end. So I'll unbend all these little tabs and then separate the brake line from the rear end. And then we'll move on to doing, taking the leaf spring out and then the leaf spring purchase brackets that hold the rear end to it. And then we should be close to taking this bad boy off. I'ma miss you, man. I'ma miss you. R.I.P. dog. R.I.P. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot. Finally got the old rear end out. It didn't go, wasn't that bad. Went pretty smooth. Now I can finally start to assemble the new housing, the new rear end, the third member, the axles, everything, baby. I'm juiced. Farewell to this bad boy. It's been good to us, but it's time to upgrade. Let's go. Here is that beautiful Cerakoted 9-inch quick performance rear end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install the studs on the other side of this housing, and then I'm just going to install the housing on the Camaro like this naked because it's lighter. It'll be easier for me to handle and install. And then once that's done, I'll put the third member in and the axles and the backing plates and everything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and jam that bad boy in there, and here we go. Studs are in the housing. Woo, thank goodness. That was, woo, that was some work. But now I can finally install the third member, baby. Yeah, look at you all voluptuous and stuff. It has a True Track posi. It has a 1350 yoke. I'm changing up the gear ratio. I've never went with a 389, so I wanted to see what that felt like. Normally I would do a 373 or 410 or 411, but I wanted to try something a little different, so we're going to see how that responds. I also have 35 spline axles. Yes, so this 4.9-inch is capable of holding over 1,000 horsepower. Not saying we're going to get to that, but it's good to have that room, that leverage. So what I'm going to do now is put the housing in first, then the third member, then the axles, and yeah, whoo, that's a whole lot of strong metal. All right, let's go. My rear end is finally in the car. Not that rear end, all right? The quick performance 9-inch rear end housing and third member, all right? That was a lot of work. That was a ton of work, getting the U-bolts in and the third member and making sure everything lined up right. And it was heavy. It was heavy like a Chevy, okay? So now that that's done, I could put the axles in, I could put in the backing plates, and then button this thing up and move on to the next part, which is the headers. Yes, we're gonna wrap the headers. Once again, it's a whole bunch of new different things we doing on this build for the first time, and I'm juiced, baby. Let's get on to the next part of the project. I'm gonna start wrapping these headers, and before that, I need to finish this because these have to go in there, and I can't get it done if I keep talking. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get to it, and I'll see y'all in a minute. Time to wrap some headers, baby. But before I get started, shout out to my boy Dave for coming through and giving me a tip on how to wrap these bad boys. Appreciate you. I owe you $3 on your next gas fill up. Joking. Ha! This stuff is nasty. I wasn't aware that it has fiberglass in it. So as I was applying it to the header, I was like scratching and itching and sneezing like I caught something from Vegas. So what I did was put long sleeves on. I'm going to wear a face mask. I'm also going to wear goggles because this stuff is not forgiving. If you're doing it at home, I highly recommend protecting yourself. So I'm gonna start applying these bad boys, and here we go.
he wraps those headers with such precision. Oh, look, there's another one. Oh, he's such a professional. It's like he's been doing it for years. It's,
Hey!
oh.
Be quiet! I'm trying to work over here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, sir. It won't happen again. I'm sorry.
Now play the music.
Okay. Yes, sir. Back to the music.
Oh, Mamma Mia. Oh, okay. So that's what we're working with. That's the final, y'all. This is what it looks like after hours and hours of sitting down, wrapping these things one by one. Let me show you the other side. This is the other side as well. It came out phenomenal. It took a lot of work. You really want to try to plan out how you're going to wrap these things. Some of it is improvising, not gonna lie. It looks great, and I think it's really going to complement the motor. The color contrast is going to be spectacular. So it's time to move on to the next part of this project. We're about to install that shifter, baby. Let's go. I hate to see you leave, but I love to see you walk away. So it's time to install the manual transmission shifter, baby. Now, this car was originally an inline 6-cylinder engine and a 2-speed Power Glide automatic transmission. And that's going bye-bye. It's going somewhere down the street. I don't know. So what I have to do is cut a hole in the carpet and a small section of the transmission tunnel to fit the shifter. I'm gonna have to lower the transmission some so I can feed things through. So it's gonna be a little process, but we're gonna get through it. You know, they say cut twice and measure once. Or wait, no, or is that measure once and cut twice? I'm gonna have to look that up. But I'm gonna go ahead and get cracking on this bad boy, cause it's cutting time, baby.
What's going on, everybody? I'm hiding from Ghost underneath the Camaro right now. I hope they don't catch me, cause I owe money. I'm gonna start by lowering down the transmission so I can see exactly where I need to make my hole. This transmission has a hole for the stock location shifter, but this TR6060 actually came with, it's called a wishbone, I believe, where the shifter is not actually installed in the housing of the transmission. It's actually pushed further back towards the rear of the transmission. So what I'm doing is I'm converting it back to the stock location. So I need to lower it down and take my measurement of the shifter hole so I can make a hole and then fill that hole with something that used to be another hole. It all makes sense. All right, let's go.
It is finally in. The shifter is finally in. It's mocked up. I measured 6 times. I cut 15 times, but it's in, baby. And it looks good. Now, it's just mocked up right now. I need to take it back off and do a little more trimming, and then there's some hardware I need to install, and I have to cut the hole in the carpet. But that is it, baby. Oh yeah, that's it in all of its glory. Finally, finally the day has come around. Oh yeah. I want to thank y'all for riding with me on this journey, getting this far on Zen, aka the 6'9" Camaro. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Till the next time, because we got a whole lot more work to do. All right, this ain't it, but we have made a lot of progress. So in the meantime, in between time, you know what to do. Hit the mother sucking buttons, the like, the comment, the subscribe. I appreciate y'all. Till the next time, I'll see you when I see you. Pow!